Good evening, Doc Severson here for the ReadySetCrypto OMNIA trade of the day for Sunday, the 26th of July. A couple of weeks ago, we made the point of stopping to watch Bitcoin versus US dollar for the breakout because we've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And so we said, hey, let's just watch some other assets and look for them for trades while this thing eventually breaks out. And finally it did. Let's keep things in perspective though, because this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th attempt to break out over 10,000. Now, eventually, if you knock on that door enough, it will answer, it will open up. And this just further shows that the demand is there. There's so much demand down here on every pullback that it appears to be we are heading higher. And with the Bitcoin dominance being fairly low lately, we've had other assets completely explode, such as Ethereum. So Ethereum is doing great. It's in exhaustion right now on the daily chart. Let's look at a larger time frame perspective, and we can see that we're now running into that just over 300 level, which has been the main resistance for Ethereum. But this too is running into a fractal pattern. We talked about the inverted head and shoulders on the daily chart. And this is, if you look at this correctly, this is also an inverted head and shoulders on the weekly chart. Now, I don't like the right shoulder. The right shoulder has dipped a little further than the head pattern, but this was because of the big, we all know what happened back in March. So the upside target for this is going to be about $500. That's the measured move, which is basically the depth from the neckline to the bottom of the head pattern, about $200. So this does target on a measured move up to about 500 if the price is able to get above and beyond 300 for now. Some of the other assets in the top 10 are finally breaking out. This was Ripple, which was our trade of the day just a few days ago. And I got asked a question a couple of days ago saying, what are you looking for the trade of the day? And here's an example of this. This is Cardano, which was our trade of the day, perhaps 10 days ago. Big energy, nice tight consolidation trend. So when we put all of these things together, this is basically fractal energy trading in a nutshell. So what we're looking for is we're looking for a weekly chart that's in an uptrend, first of all. We're looking for a chart with at least a minimum amount of energy, which it did at the time. And then during this trend, this larger time frame anchor trend, we're going to have range expansion going to range contraction, and it should go back to range expansion again. And this is what we're looking for. We're looking for big energy values, looking for tight consolidation with very minimal dips. Bull flags are fine, very minimal dips like this, but eventually big breakout volume as Cardano has shown versus the US dollar on Kraken. For those same reasons, I am going to select Stellar Lumens for today's trade of the day. We have the same thing going on here. We have trend to the upside. We have trend and a lot of energy actually on the weekly chart. We're also showing perhaps a breakout from an inverted head and shoulders pattern on the weekly chart. Big dip here, right shoulder fairly narrow at about 9 cents, and it's broken out on good volume. Can't ask for anything else on the weekly chart, so that's the underlying anchor chart. On the daily chart, breakout, range expansion goes to range contraction. In this case, it would be any break above about 10.6 cents, at least as measured on Coinbase. So anything outside of this pattern should be, and it should be on good volume. That's always a necessity, is good volume to get these things moving. Otherwise, they fall back into the pattern. So break above about 10.6 cents on good volume on Stellar Lumens, and we're good to go. That is your trade of the day. We'll see you guys tomorrow.